So I've got a video here that I didn't actually talk over, so I'm going to do a post-editing talk over it and let you know what I'm doing. This one's in blues. It's on an old canvas. As you can see, I've scraped some paint off it before where I got a result I didn't really like. And here are the colours that I was using. You can see I've put the masking tape around the canvas just to keep the paint on for as long as I need it. And I have mixed up those 5 colours, the light green, the light blue, medium blue and a dark blue, and then I'm adding silicone to those. I've already added the floetrol to each paint colour, and also I've added some iridescent medium because I wanted to get some nice kind of shimmering effect with the paint. So I'm pouring the paint into a separate cup in small batches so that it does mix up a little bit in the cup to start off with. So I probably split it into, I think, 4 different batches and pour a little bit in of one colour, a little bit of the next colour, until I've filled up the cup. And then once that's filled up, I'm actually just going to pour it straight onto the canvas. I'm not going to do a cup tip. Because I like the effects of when you just pour it straight on. I'll give it a little stir just for a couple of times and then start the pour. This is all speeded up, by the way, the video, 2.5 times normal speed, because there's a lot of boring pouring at the beginning. So I'm trying to get all of the paint out of the cup just to use as much of it as possible and to cover as much canvas because I don't want to tip it too far. Need to get it all into the corners, which is where the masking tape really helps to keep the paint on the canvas. But I find when you start tipping it, sometimes the cells go underneath the paint and you lose some of them. So yeah, and it's also quite important to get the paint to the right consistency, which I'd say is kind of like double cream if you're in the UK. If it gets too watery, then it doesn't really get good cells coming out. So there's already some quite nice cells on there, so I don't want to tip it too far. And I'll get the burner out just to see if I can get some more out. And there are quite a lot of cells coming out with the burner. So I'll just leave that going, and then I will give you a bit of a close-up once I've burnt the paint a little bit. So you can see some quite nice cells in the bottom left there. And look, these are the colours I like. Oh yeah, so then I take the masking tape off so that the paint can fall down the edges a little bit. But even once you've taken that off, you need to help the paint a little bit to get over the edges, because I do find it's nice to have that effect of the cells and the paint pouring going over the edges of the canvas. And then once it's finished as well, I put a coat of resin on, which makes it even nicer. So there's a bit of a close-up of some of the cells, so it's come out quite nice, that one.